We've got racing on Monday, the 28th of August, 2023. Racing takes us to Fairview, where we are racing on the poly track. 8 races on the program, with race number 1 set to get underway at 12:45, being the start of the Bipod over 1,400 meters. And it does look to be a very, very trappy card on Monday out at Fairview. And I think punters need to tread warily with the 8 races on the program. I'm joined by Grant Paddock on the line. Grant, how are you doing?
Morning, Rahul. Yeah, morning, punters. All good this side. Weather, for a change, very, very decent. We've had some spectacular winds over the last 2 days, but it seems to have calmed down. And we're heading into a Monday meeting that could be interesting. So hopefully we can help the punters in the right direction, eh?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, let's begin in race number 1, which is the start of the Bipod. Pembroke is your favorite at 13-10, 9-2 about Aphrodite, 11-2 the first timer Master Ariano, who hasn't quite attracted support to suggest any confidence behind him. It's 8-1 American Dazzler, opening ceremony, and then you can get around 10-1 and better bar those. Pembroke, the horse to beat, and maybe a potential Bipod banker?
Rahul, yes, I do think so. The race didn't really pan out for him the first time out. He jumped from a bad draw and grabbed hold of the bit with the first time blinkers and over-raced early on, and he never finished the race off, got beaten by Give Me a Diamond, who I think is not a bad horse himself. But if he settles in running, I know they're going to be putting the headgear on him, the compression mask to calm him down. Probably the right horse. The rest of these horses have really been well tried. I've gone for American Dazzler to run second. Louis will probably try and steal the race from the front. Aphrodite, an opening ceremony. There's been no talk about the 7-horse Master Ariano. And the only horse that could show a bit of improvement, going a little bit of a trip, is the horse Sherville Grow, the 9-horse, being out of a Silvano mare. But I'm going to stick with Pembroke. I was impressed with his first run, and if he's learned from that, he should beat this field.
Yeah, race number 1, Pembroke, certainly the horse to beat. But as you heard from Grant, keep an eye on number 3, American Dazzler. Luim Kotwa could certainly try to steal this event at around 8-1 in the market. Moving along to race number 2, the start of the place accumulator, which is set to be run over the 1,400 meter trip, a maiden plate for fillies and mares. Get those PA bets on by 1 on the afternoon. Swift Winged, your favorite at 3-1, 4-1 Celtic Vixen, 6-1 Exclusively Yours, 7-1 and better bar those. A tricky start to the PA. What's your thoughts on the second?
Rahul, first of all, regarding the favourite Celtic Swift Wing, I don't think it's a favourite kind of a horse. I honestly think it will battle to run in the first 3. Hopefully, I'm wrong for the yard, but very tricky race. This horse, Tastemaker, I've gone for Tastemaker. Fair first run here, ran 4th, probably needing that run as well. Now got a nice draw of 2. Last time drawn 9 out of 11. She would have come on from that first run, and she's held decent maiden form in KwaZulu-Natal. So I'm going for Tastemaker here to beat a filly like Nairobi, who's, you put a line through her last run. Her previous start was, to you crack me up, was good enough to be in the money here as well as the 5 Exclusively Yours and Celtic Vixen. But tricky kind of a race. I wouldn't be leaning towards Swift Wing here, but I'll definitely be leaning towards the 2 Tastemaker.
1, 2, 4 and 5 the numbers for Grant in race number 2, and Tastemaker possibly could just get it right at the 34th time of asking down in PE. Moving along to race number 3, the start of the Pick 6, 1,400 meters a trip. Fillies and Mares 85 handicap, quite a competitive event. Rose of Bayou, your favorite at 2-1. She's found a bit of support from 5-2, 4-1 Twice to Heaven, Chronicles of Narnia, 7-1 and better bar those. Rainbow Thief is the only scratching in the lineup. And Rose of Bayou, she romped home last time out, and she's gone up 6 points for that win. How do you rate her chances, obviously stepping up in class with the 3 draw, which will help her?
Yeah, Rahul, I actually made this filly my best bet on the card. She's one of those fillies that when she comes well for a couple of months and then she'll go off form again, and she's really hit her straps now. And big runner, decent draw, Pumi's riding. She won a very good race, and I must tell you, this is a very, very shallow field for an MR85. Very, very shallow. So I really do think Rosa Bayou is a banker in all bets, and she's actually worth a bet. To cover her up, Chronicles of Narnia always there and thereabouts. I think they're still battling to find out what her right distance is, but they brought her back in trip from the 19 to the 14, so she's got to be a bit of a runner. She showed her best form over that kind of trip, but I'm strong on the Rose of Bayou.
Yeah, I'd include horse number 10, Tried and True, is having her third run in the P, first run on the poly track, which could maybe just suit her, and she's dropped a few points in the ratings, so maybe she could be competitive at around 7-1. But Grant, quite confident on the chances of Rose of Bayou in race number 3. Moving along to race number 4, which will be the start of Jackpot 1, 1400 meters, fillies and mares 70 handicap, average rating of a 67. Very trappy contest. The 2 3-year-olds topped the betting boards. Baby Love 5-2, 28-10, back for more. It came Bella Boost. Let me get that right. It came Bula Bessie Vazane at 7-1, 8-1 Dreamscape, Vizos Magic 12-1, and Better Bardos. Do you think the 3-year-olds could fight out the finish, or the older horses could hold all their aces here?
Definitely in the older horses camp here. With regards to back for more, her 2 previous runs where she was carded, she was scratched for change of surface. They're now taking her to the poly, which is, I find, strange. I think the 3-year-olds are going to have to run to beat your favourite horse here, number 11, Item Bula Besivizani. I made her my value bet in the day, and I actually think she's worth a bet from draw 2. Last time out she was drawn 9, she had to be used up in the early parts. Her previous start she ran second to Colorama. I tipped Rosa Bayou as my best bet, and this field is very weak. I really do think this horse will go to the front and stay there. So I'm tipping the 11 from the 5, 9 and 3.
Yeah, Grant could be onto something there with horse number 11, especially if Rosa Bayou happens to run a cracker in the previous race. This will only enhance the chances of horse number 11 in race number 4, and some decent value at 7-1 in the market. Moving along to race number 5, an MR82 handicap over 1600 meters, 3:05 is the off time. Central City 16-10, 6-1 El Romiachi, Irish Rain 8-1, and Better Bardos. Now Central City ran a nice race last time out. He was all the rage and backed into odds on favourite, just finding 1-2 good on the day. Could he be a horse that's just better on the turf, where he sort of finishes off his races, whereas on the poly track he tends to get there, but he doesn't want to go on with it?
Yeah, last time Rahil, he was rated second best in a novice plate, and he ended up second best. He had no opportunity to win the race. He was just beaten by a better horse on the day. Back in a handicap, he might be rated a touch high. I do think he will win the race. I think the biggest dangers will come from the stable companion. The secret is ours. With Calvin up from a 6 draw. He loves the poly track. His previous starts on the poly, he beat El Romiachi. So El Romiachi should be in the money again. There's no doubt. But I do think Central City is the right horse in the race. Windsock holding decent form. He's got to be a horse that's going to go into the pick 6. Life on Mars now. I see Kumalo is up on Life on Mars, so he could be coming back to himself. Only got beaten by 1.6 of Son of Zeus. And Son of Zeus has really done extremely well down here in Port Elizabeth. But I think the bookmakers have got this run on right. I think Richard Fourie and Alan Cliff will win this race for Central City. And if not, they're good backup with Secret is ours.
After a quiet day on Friday, Richard and Krief, they'll certainly be looking to get on the boards, and they could just do just that with horse number 3, Central City, in the 5th race on the program. Next up, race number 6, 1900 meters. It's a merit-rated 70 handicap, and Douglas Devastator, the only scratching. Form update for you, Euphoric. This horse ran on Friday, and he ran 3rd, beaten half a length behind Raisin Quinn. He's at around 10-1, so it'll be interesting to see if he takes his part. Light Without, favourite at 5-2, 4-1. Silver Stardust, Elusive Justice, 5-1. And Better Bardos. And we're just chatting off air. Probably a false favourite in this event, Light Without.
Yeah, Rahil, I agree with you there. Definitely, if this was a grass race, I would have said Light Without would be hard to beat. I do think he will battle well, he won't battle to be, he'll be there and thereabouts, but he's no favourite, there's no doubt. Alana's Pride loves the surface run before last, won a decent race beating Uncle George. The run that stands out there for me is the 1.8 to Double Check. Now, Double Check's a very nice filly, and that was a very good run. Also, this is a tricky kind of a race. I know the stable really rate this horse Elusive Justice. Up in trip, he's coming off a little bit of a break, but he won a decent maiden, a very good maiden. Took a long time to get going, but won well. So he's definitely a horse that you have to look at. And Storm Commando is another one you have to watch him go down, though. He's starting to find his form, and these older horses, when they get their form, they hold it for a couple of races and go off again. So nice kind of a race. Euphoric ran a very good race on Friday. If he's going to run on Monday, it has to be taken into consideration. I have gotten Alado's Pride
Yeah, so quite a few horses in the place accumulator for Grant, and it is a tricky contest and a race where it wouldn't be a bit of a surprise if you were to get one of the biggest outsiders coming through to win. Race number 7, 1,000 meters, fillies and mares, 68 handicap, and this contest jumps at 4:15 on Monday. Favorite Golden Pacific 28-10, 4-1 Quick Count, 5-1 Isn't It Bliss, 11-2 About Esther, and then Global Goddess is at 15-2 along with Peace Frog, 8-1 and Better Bar those. What's your take on race number 7?
Well, first of all, I think Alan Cliff is going to win this race. It's between the 2 and the 3. I really do like Esther. Probably found the right race, and if Kendall does the right fractions up front, I think she's going to be too quick for them. Quick Count runs well for Richard Fourie. I'm not too keen on Golden Pacific. That maiden form line is not too solid, honestly. I think she's going to have to pick up her feet. I think Global Goddess is the better one of the Smiths Yard. I've gone 2 from 3, 7 and 9. The place accumulator, you only need the 2 clear horses, 2 and 3. Yeah,
that's 2 and 3, and Esther could maybe be a bit of a lurker here with Kendall Mini on board this filly, and he did win on in a penultimate start, so definitely want to keep an eye on. Race number 8, the final race on the day. It's a merit rated 78 handicap over 1,200 meters. 16:50 is the off time. Week favorite, Cruisador at 9-2, 5-1 Caitlin's Boy, Captain Casanova, 8-1 Narcos, Joyous Jubilee, 10-1 and Better Bar those. A trappy contest to close off the day's proceedings. Could Narcos be a bit of value at 8-1 in the market?
Place value, definitely place value. Very tricky race. They make sure that they make the 8th race the most difficult race of the card. I've gone for this horse, Globetronic. I really think he's a smart horse. The gelding has definitely helped. He won a very good race last time out, coming from off the pace. He's got a much better draw this time. I think he'll go back to back, even with the second run after a layoff, which I'm a big believer in. I do think he's a very decent horse. This horse down the number 13, Joyous Jubilee, come out the same form line, so I'm going to tip that for second. And then Narcos and Caitlin's Boy. Caitlin's Boy started off very well in Port Elizabeth with 2 wins, and then the handicapper lumped him, so he might need to drop 1 or 2 points running with those kind of weights. Cruisador, holding, as I say, older horse holding form, but 13 draw is going to be way against him. But I'm with you with Narcos with a little bit of place value there, no doubt.
Yeah, Narcos could be some value for the places, but as you heard from Grant, number 8, Globetronic could be the right horse in the race. Thinks he's quite a decent sort, and definitely want to keep an eye on at around 10-1 in the market alongside Joyous Jubilee, and maybe those two could fight out the finish. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now, and Grant, take us through your suggested bet for racing on Monday.
Okay, Raheel, here we go. The best bet, race 3, number 6, the Rose of Bayou. The value bet, race 4, number 11, Iqhem Bula Besibizani. And my suggested bets, the place accumulator, where we start with 2, 4 and 5, by Banker 6, by 5 and 11, by 1 and 3, by 2, 4 and 7, by 2 and 3, by 1, 8 and 13.
Perfecto. Thank you very much, Grant. That's Grant suggested place accumulator on the day. The PA will begin in race number 2 on the program, and it is quite a tricky card. Grant, thanks very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a wonderful week.
Thank you very much, Raheel, and good luck to the punters on Monday. Bye-bye.
Thanks to Grant Paddock, and all the best, guys, with racing out at Fairview on Monday.